Okay, see the next example. Exercise problem it is 2.5, question number 5. Find the midterms of the AP 9, 15, 21, 27, etc. 183. Now find out as it is midterms. Either it is odd term, the odd number of sequence in the AP, we get only one midterm. If it is even number of it is the AP, we get two numbers, two terms are it is midterms. Now first of all we want to find out as how many terms in this AP. How many terms in the AP? We apply the formula 2 it is n. Number of terms in the AP it is n. So before that find out as it is a value, a is equal to 9 and find out a common difference that is equal to second term by first term. Second term equal to 15 minus first term equal to 9. Second term equal to 15, first term equal to 9, that is equal to difference equal to 9. The difference equal to 6, that is called common difference. Now a is equal to given it is 9 and the common difference that is equal to it is 6. The last term defined by L is equal to 183. Now we apply as it is number of terms defined by it is what? N. The number of terms of the AP defined by N equal to L minus A by D plus it is 1. L minus A by D plus it is 1 is called as number of term it is in the it is AP. Therefore absolute is L equal to 183 and 9 is called it is A and common difference D equal to 6 plus 1. And separate the value it is what it is and separate the value it is 1 it is 74 by it is 6 plus is 1. Now cancel one time it is 2 time it is 12 remainder it is 2 time it is 12 remainder it is remaining it is 5 it is 9 time it is 54. So therefore it is 29 plus is 1 that is equal to 30. Therefore it is number of terms that is equal to 30. Therefore totally it is n value equal number of terms that is equal to 30. 30 terms in the AP. Now we want to find midterm. So if it is n is called even. Next term it is T16 that is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. A value we know it is 9 plus n value equal to 16 minus 1 into common difference equal to it is 6. That is equal to 9 plus separate value 15 into 6 that is equal to 9 plus multiply term it is 90 that is equal to 99. Therefore it is midterms. Midterms are defined by 93, it is 99. The two midterms are defined by it is 93, 99. Okay, next let us see the next question. Question number 8, the same exercise. If it is 3 plus k, 18 minus it is k, 5k plus it is 1 all in the AP, find out as it is k. So the three terms are it is given, the three terms are in the AP. Therefore it is given three terms are 3 plus it is k, 18 minus it is k, 5k plus it is 1 or in it is AP. If the three terms are it is AP, the common difference should be it is equal. What is common difference? It is first term, it is second term, it is third term. The common difference defined by D equal to second term minus first term. What is second term? 18 minus k it is called second term minus first term equal to 3 plus it is k is called first term. Now just remove the bracket, it is equal to 18 minus k minus it is 3 minus it is k. Just it is adding the value, it is separate term, it is 15 minus it is 2 it is k. That is called common difference. Now same one we find out as another common difference called it is second term, third term minus second term. The common difference is equal to third term minus it is second term. That is equal to third term equal to 5k plus it is 1 minus it is second term equal to 18 minus it is k. That is equal to remove the bracket 5k plus it is 1 minus it is 18 minus plus it is k. That is equal adding up to 1 6k minus it is separate term it is 17. The common difference D. Now it is the three term of AP common difference should be equal. Both are it is equal. Therefore first common difference 15 minus it is 2k. Second common difference 6k minus it is 17. Now biggest it is k value right hand side, transfer the k and constant to left hand side equation. Therefore it is 15 plus it is 17 6k plus it is 2 it is k. Now transfer plus it is 17, transfer it is plus 2. Now adding the value is equal to 8k. That is add the value equal to 2 it is 3. Now just transfer 32 by this 8, that is equal to it is k, and therefore it is k that is equal to cancel by it is 4. Therefore it is k value equal to 4. K value equal. So now given it is 3 terms of AP, common difference it is second term minus first term, and common difference third term minus second term. Both are it is equal, and find out as common difference for first one, second one, equate value, and find the k value. Finally we can get k value equal to 4. Okay, see the next one. Find this x, y, and z, and given that their numbers are x, 10, y, 24, z are in the AP. The given it is are in the AP, common difference should be equal, same in this kind. Now what is that? X, 10, y, it is 24, it is z are in the AP. Now it is first term, second term, third term, fourth term, it is fifth term. Now first to find out common difference. Common difference b equal to second term minus first term. What is second term? Second term equal to 10 minus first term equal to x. Again find out the common difference b equal to third term minus this second term. What is third term? Third term equal to y minus second term equal to 10. Again find the common difference d equal to fourth term minus this third term. What is the fourth term? Fourth term equal to 24 minus third term equal to y. And then find the common difference d equal to t5 minus this t4. This equal to fifth term equal to z, and fourth term equal to 20, it is 4. Now just it is equating the value and find out as this term. Now we call it is 1, we call it is 2, we call it is 3, we call this it is 1, it is called 4. Now all the common difference are same, and comparing the first two equation and find out as a new equation. What is the first equation? 10 minus x that is equal to y minus this 10. 10 minus x that is equal to y minus 10. Now just it is transfer y as x on the side and 10 on the side. So 10 plus it is 10 is equal to x plus it is y. 10 comes the side is plus 10 minus it is x for the side plus it is x. Therefore it is x plus it is y that is equal to 20. We call this equation number it is 5. Again it is comparing of another two equation. It is what is second and third equation. Second and third equation. Find out as it is 1. Next. What is the second equation? Second equation is called y minus 10 that is equal to third equation is called it is 24 minus this y. Now it is y transfer the side and constant term to the right side equation. Therefore minus become plus it is y plus y is equal to 24 plus it is 10. Therefore 2y is equal to 34 and y is equal to 34 by 2 and y is equal to 17. Cancel one time, it is one time, it is 7 times. Therefore it is y value equal to 17. And substitute in this equation, find out x value. Therefore it is x plus it is y that is equal to 20. When x plus it is y value equal to 17 is equal to 20. Therefore x equal to 20 minus 17. Transfer the side and x is equal to 3. Is equal to 3. Now comparing of it another two equation. Equation number it is last one 4 and it is 3. Equation it is 3 equal to 24 minus y. Equation 4 equal to z minus it is 24. Now just transfer it is y on the side, 24 on the side. 24 plus it is 24 is equal to y plus z. And therefore it is matter value it is 48 is equal to y plus z. We know that y value equal to 17, substitute here. 48 is equal to 17 minus z. Now transfer the term, it is 48 minus 17 is equal to z. Separate term it is 11, it is 3 that is equal to z. Therefore z is equal to 30, 31. Therefore it is x is equal to it is 3, y is equal to 17 and z is equal to 31. Find out the unknown value x, y, z based on it is the given it is AP. Common difference are equal. Find out the is x, y, z. The next one is another important question in the same exercise. The 12th one. The ratio of 6th term and 8th term of AP is given 7:2, it is 9. The ratio of 6th term and 8th term of AP is given 7:9. Find out ratio of 9th term to it is 13th term. Now what is given ratio of T6 is to T8. The ratio of it is 6th term and 8th term is given it is 7:9. 9. Now let us 6 is T6 by T is 8, that is equal to 7 by 9, convert a fraction form. So we know it is Tn, applying of it is Tn equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, and applying of it is Tn formula A plus n minus D, here it is n equal to 6, denominator n equal to 8. Therefore A plus 6 minus 1 into D by it is A plus 8 minus 1 into D, it is equal to 7 by 9. Now just simplify, it is A plus separate value 5D by it is A plus separate value 7 it is D, it is equal to 7 by 9. Just it is transfer the equation, it is left hand side, right hand side equation. Therefore it is 9 into 5 A plus 5 is D is equal to 7 into A plus 7 it is D, A plus 7D. Now just it is multiplied term, it is 9A plus it is 45 it is D, that is equal to 7A plus 49, multiply it is 49 it is D. Now 49 collect one side, A in the side. Therefore 9A minus 7A is equal to 49 it is D minus 45 it is D. Now separate it is 2A, that is equal to separate value 4 it is D. Therefore A equal to 2D. A equal to 2D. Now what we want to find next, the ratio of it is 9th term to it is 13th term. Therefore we consider T9 is to T it is 13, and that is equal to T9 by it is T it is 13. That is equal to T what is that, A plus n minus 1 into D by it is A plus n minus 1 into D. Replace n equal to 9, replace n equal to 13. Is equal to A plus 9 minus 1 into D by it is A plus n equal to 13, 13 minus 1 into D. That is equal to A plus separate 8D by it is A plus separate term it is 12D. Now we know what is it, A value equal to 2D, substitute here 2D. A value equal to 2D plus it is 8D by it is 2D plus it is 12D. Now just add a term, it is a 10D in the numerator, it is a 10D in the numerator, and cancel it is 14, that is by it is 14 it is D. DDR it is cancel, and cancel it is 5 times, cancel it is 7 times. Therefore it is 5 by it is 7, that is equal to 5 is to 7. It is called T19, 99 is to T it is 13. The ratio of it is ratio of T9 is to T13. T is 13 is equal to 5 is to 7. We want to find the ratio of the terms, or it is T9 to it is T it is 13. 5 is to 9. 5 is to 7. Okay, see the next one in the summation. Example number 2.33. How many terms of the series 1 plus 4, 5 plus 9 plus etc. must be taken so that it is the sum is 190. How many terms of the series 1 plus 4, 5 plus 9 plus etc. must be taken as it is the sum is 190. What is given? The series is given 1 plus 5 plus 9 plus etc. From the series find out as it is A is equal to 1, and find out a common difference defined by D, that is equal to second term minus first term. Now what is the second term? The second term defined by 5, first term is equal to 1, and add separate value is 4, that is D, that is a D. Now another one is sum of the term is given, sum of the term defined by SN, that is equal to 190. Sum of the term is given as SN is equal to 190. What do we know the formula first? Sum of the term SN, that is equal to n by 2 within the bracket 2A plus n minus 1 into D. This is called sum of the term. The sum of it is term in the arithmetic progress. If you know it is A and D, and n value you know, applying of SN formula equal to n by 2 within the bracket 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Apply this formula to find the sum of the term. But given here it is sum of the terms given it is 190. Find out as it is how many terms are here. So Sn equal to n by it is 2 within the bracket 2A plus n minus 1 into D, that is equal to 190. Now it is what n, right? N right as it is n by 2 within the bracket 2, A value equal to 1 plus it is right n minus 1 right as it is, and D value you know is equal to what? 4. It is 4 and it is equal to 190. Now it is what, just to transfer it is to right hand side equation. N within the bracket 2 plus multiply 4 in the bracket 4n minus it is 4, it is equal to 190 into 2. It is equal to 0, 80, remainder 1, it is 3. 380. Now it is n within the bracket and 4n minus it is 2. 4n minus it is 2, that is equal to 380. Now again multiply n in this bracket, it is 4n square minus 2n and transfer to left hand side equation minus 380, that is equal to 0. In the equation 4n square minus 2n minus 380 is equal to 0. Common by it is 2 is possible. So divided by it is 2n square minus it is n minus 190 equal to 0. Now we want to factorize. Just multiply quotient of it is n square and constant term. Therefore 2 into minus it is 190 multiply we get it is minus 380. If you multiply any two term, we want to get as a minus it is 380. The same term you have to simplify, we get as it is a minus 1. So what are possibilities? It is 20, 20 and it is 19. So if you multiply both are it is minus, it is plus. So minus into plus minus 20 into 19 is equal to 300, it is 80. Separate term will get minus this 1. Therefore it is minus 20 plus it is 19. We have the quotient term, it is called n. N along with n square we have 2. Divided by it is 2, it is both term. Therefore cancel it is minus 10 and plus it is 19 by 2. Therefore n minus is 10 into n plus it is 19 by 2 is equal to 0. Now equate the term, first one it is n minus 10 equal to 0 or it is n plus it is 19 by 2 equal to 0. Now transfer n equal to 10 and n is equal to minus 19 by it is 2. N cannot be, it is a negative value. N cannot be negative value. Just omit this n value. You can take it is n equal to it is 10. So therefore it is how many number of terms? The number of it is number of terms in the series that is equal to 10. So we want to find out as it is how many number of terms in the series. The n value equal to 10. Therefore number of terms in the series that is equal to 10 only. Okay, see the next one. Example number it is 24. It is also one of the important question. The 13th term of AB is 3. The sum of the first it is 13th term equal to 234. And find the common difference. And it is find it is first it is 21 terms. Find the common difference and sum of it is first it is 21 term. But is given it is 13th term of AB is 3 and sum of it is 13th term equal to 234. Therefore it is T, it is 13 is equal to 3. Then it is sum of it is 13 term equal to 200, it is 34. It is given in the question. Now we know it is a Tn formula. Tn that is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D is called Tn formula. Now substitute here Tn that is A plus n minus 1 into D that is equal to 3. Now it is n value equal to what? It is 13. Replace here A plus 13 minus 1 into D is equal to 3. Then A plus separate value 12D is equal to 3. We call this equation this one. Now let's take it as a summation. So it is yes it is 13 is equal to it is 200 it is 30 it is 4. 200 it is 34. It is SN formula. Now apply SN formula. Sn that is equal to n by it is 2 within the bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. It is called the summation formula. Replace here n value equal to what? It is 13. So it is 13 by it is 2 within the bracket 2 into a into n value equal to 13 minus 1 into d and that is equal to 234. 200 that is 34. Now just transfer this term to right hand side equation. Remaining it is 2a and separate term it is 12d is equal to 234 into 2 by it is 13. 2 by it is 13. Now it is 2a plus 12d that is equal to cancel it is possibilities there. It is how many times possible? 1 times or it is 13. Remainder it is remainder 2. Then it is what is remaining? It is 20. 10 is remaining. 1/3 is 13, remainder it is 13 is 1 time, remainder it is 10, 1 not it is 4, not 4, it is what how many times possible, it is 8 times, 8 13s are it is 104. So it is just it is multiply, it is 13 into 8, it is 24, it is 2 and it is 2 remainder, it is 10, it is 104. So it is 18 into it is 2 equal 3, 13 equal to 200. And just it is multiply this term, it is 18 into 2, that is it is 6, remember 1 it is 2, 3. Therefore it is 36. So therefore it is this equation it is called it is second it is 1. Equation is second one. Already we applied first one, it is second one. So this equation is also possible to convert by 2. Again it is 2. A plus 6D is equal to 18 and this equation is called as equation 2. Equation is 2. Now comparing first equation second equation. What is first equation? First equation that implies A plus 12B that is equal to 3. Then second equation that implies A plus it is 6B that is equal to it is 18. So just if you want to simplify. Now if we are separating equation A minus into minus it is minus into plus minus minus into plus minus minus into plus minus minus A plus A both are cancelled minus 6D plus it is 6D separate term plus only because 6 it is D is equal to minus 18 plus it is 3 separate term minus it is 15 and D equal to minus 15 by 6 cancel by it is third table it is 2 times it is 5 times that is equal to minus 5 by it is 2 this is called common difference it is D common difference it is D. Now we substitute in the first equation find out as A value. So it is D is equal to minus 5 by it is 2 and substitute in the first equation that implies it is A plus 12 it is D is equal to 3. A plus 12 into minus it is 5 by 2 is equal to 3. 2 2 are cancel it is 6. Therefore A minus plus into minus minus 6 5 are it is 30 is equal to 3. Transfer A is equal to 30 plus is 3 that is equal to 33 that is called this A value. So A value we know and it is D value also we know and find out the sum of it is 21 term. The common difference we apply common difference is equal to it is minus it is 5 by it is 2. Now find out as what? Find out next is sum of it is 21 terms. Now we apply the formula for summation equal to n by 2 within the bracket 2a plus it is n minus 1 into b. That is equal to the number of terms equal to what? It is 21. Therefore it is 21 by 2 within the bracket 2 into a value equal to what? A value we apply is equal to a equal to 33. A equal to 33 plus it is n equal to 21 minus 1 and common difference equal to 5 by it is 2. That is equal to 21 by 2 as it is. 21 by 2 as it is. Multiply it is 66 and separate here it is 20 into minus it is 5 by it is 2 and cancel it is 10. That is equal to 21 by 2 as it is 66 plus minus into plus it is minus multiply 5 tens are it is 50 and that is equal to 21 by 2 in the bracket separating off it is 1 it is 16. Now cancel it is 8. So 21 into 8, 21 into it is 8, multiply it is 8, it is 16. Therefore sum of it is 21 term that is equal to 168. That's all. Okay, see the next one, important question. Example number 2.36. Find the sum of all the natural numbers between 300 and it is 600 which are divisible by it is 7. Find out the sum of it is all natural number and between of it is 300 and it is 600 and it is divisible by it is 7. So now find sum of it is number between 300 and 600. So between means these two numbers are not included. Therefore we have to find the summation from it is 301. Sum of the number 301 it is 30 it is 2 etc. up to it is 500 it is 99 number. In this among this number and which are the numbers are divisible by it is 7. That number we want to add. So now we want to find out from this series number what are the numbers are divisible by it is 7 first. So first find out as it is first number, it is 307 is either it is divisible by 9, and find out as it is first number it is 8, that is called it is first number minus it is remainder plus it is divisor. That means it is 301 is called first number, that is divisible by it is 7. So now what is that? It is 4 times it is 20, it is 8, remainder 2, 1, and 3 times it is 21, remainder is 0. Now it is first number defined by it is 301, and this is called it is first it is number, first number, and then it is divisor equal to d equal to it is 7, and remainder is equal to it is 0. Therefore it is 301 minus it is remainder is equal to 0, divisor is equal to plus it is 7, plus it is 7, and it is equal to 30 it is 1 minus plus it is 7, plus it is 7, that is equal to 30 it is 8. Now 301 itself it is we get remainder 0. Therefore first number also one of it is divisible by it is 1. Therefore second number first number it is 101 divisible by it is 7. So next number it is called it is 108 is called next number. Therefore it is we consider as it is first number equal to 301. Second number add by it is 7, we get 308 is 8. Therefore, first number itself will get remainder 0, and that number also one of the number is divisible by it is 7. Therefore, first number is considered is 101 is 8, 101. The second number 101 plus 7, it is called 108, and then adding up it is one more it is 7, and 300 it is 15 is called next number, etc. And find out the last number by using of last number equal to what it is 599. 599 is called last number, and that number divided by it is 7. So how many times it is 8 times it is 56, and remainder it is 39, and how many times possible it is 5 times it is 35, remainder equal to 4. So remainder is equal to it is 4. Now find out as it is last number. Find out last number is equal to last number minus it is remainder. Last number defined by this called is 599 is called last number, remainder equal to 4, that is equal to 599 minus 4, that is equal to 590, it is 5. 595 is called last number. So we know it is first number equal to it is 301, second number equal to 308, and third number equal to 350, and last number equal to 500 is 95. Therefore 30 is 1, 30 is 8, 300 is 15, etc. and 500 is 95, or it is numbers are divisible by it is 7. Now we want to add these numbers, total it is summation, total summation. Now first number is equal to what? It is a defined by 301, the last term defined by it is 595, the common difference equal to 7. Now what is it? We know it is a equal to 301, then common difference is equal to it is 7, and then it is last term is equal to 595. First find out as number of how many number of terms in the series. So n that is equal to L minus A by D plus it is 1, that is equal to L equal to 595, A equal to 301 by common difference equal to 7 plus it is 1. Now just separate value 595, 300 it is 1, separate it is 4, and 9 right as it is 2. So 294 by it is 7 plus it is 1. Cancel the term, it is 4 times 28, remainder it is 1, it is 14, 2 times, that is equal to 42 plus it is 1, it is equal to 43 terms. The number of terms are here, it is 40, it is 3. Now find out as this is sum of the term. We want to find sum of all the natural numbers and which are divisible by it is 7. So just we find out as the sum of term Sn that is equal to n by it is 2 within the bracket 2a plus it is n minus 1 into it is d. Find out sum of formula. Now how many number of term? Totally 43. Therefore S it is 43 is equal to n equal to 43. Therefore 43 by it is 2 within the bracket 2 into a value equal to what? A value equal to 301, 300 is 1 plus it is n value equal to it is 43 minus it is 1 and common difference equal to 7. Common difference equal to 7. Common difference equal to 7. Just simplify and find out value. 43 by 2 is in the bracket, 6 naught it is 2 and 42 into it is 7. and it is equal to 43 by 2 in the bracket. 6 naught it is 2 plus multiply 14 divided it is 1 and it is 20 it is 8 20 it is 9 and add the value it is 2 naught 294 and 6 naught it is 2 6 9 it is 8 that is equal to 43 by 2 in the bracket 8 96. Now cancel the term it is 4 times again it is 4 times remainder 1 it is 16 it is 8 that is equal to 43 into 4 4 it is 8. Just multiply these two terms, we get final answer.